to take a look at this lot of 10 antique travel items and brochures that are all related to New England. This one was the press of the American Banknote Company, 1898, which is very interesting, really. And it's a list of the hotels around New England. This second one here is 1911. It's Trolley Trips. And this opens up like so. And then we've got our, like, what's nice is they've got these small little inset maps down on the left side and across the top, mixed in with views. Here's Boston up to Nashua. It shows the routes and the lines and the stops of the trolley down from Newport to Fall River. Yeah, it's very interesting. Boston up to Lawrence. Yeah, New Bedford up to Boston. Here's the Merrimack Valley. Yeah, 1911. That's very interesting. Then we've got this little handbill. Look at that vehicle right there. Yes, that's a fascinating early open bus. And auto, Boston sightseeing auto, 3 trips daily with some advertising. This would appear to date maybe from the 1920s or something like this, I think. Then we've got this one here, which is steamship lines on the East Coast. And we notice here it opens to a large folding map that shows the connections from Boston and New England down to Savannah. And yes, there's that one. Then we've got this little magazine here, 1921. There is a similar type of early, extraordinarily interesting vehicle with all these little small doors at the side. Yeah, it's very interesting. And then we've got articles and photographs. There shows the steamship line connections. There we are, 1921. Then we've got this item here, probably 1890s, could be 1900. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I don't think I see automobiles here. I think it's all horse-drawn carts. Haha, there are the duck boats in the pond and the Boston Common. Yeah, this is interesting. This appears to be pre-automobiles. These views are very interesting. Yeah, interesting. There's that. Then we've got this, a similar item, but perhaps a little bit later, maybe I don't know if there's a date in it. Typically, they don't date these types of items so that they have a longer shelf life. There's an early car. Yeah, I think we can date this probably to the first decade or two of the 20th century, so somewhere around 1910 to 1920 range. As you can see, yeah, the streets are largely appear to be devoid of automobiles here. Yeah, interesting. So then we've got this 1950 periodical with articles, yeah, about New England. And then we've got this historical festival booklet given out 1897. It's a souvenir program at the Music Hall in Boston in the spring. And look at that great full-page ad for the telephone and telegraph. There's another one. Okay, just look at that. That's interesting. Look at that wheelchair there. Yeah, yes, ads and illustrations, stories, and so on. Then this final item here is a brochure that was issued for people to, in the 20s, determine the cost or the feasibility of vacations to places including the White Mountains, Montreal, the Maine coast and the woods, and so on. Again, we see interesting early bus, coach vehicle there. The glorious White Mountains, they're just an hour north of us here in southern New Hampshire. We go there on a regular basis. And They are quite nice to visit, so you're all encouraged to go there as well. And so this lot of 10 vintage travel-related items relating to New England is available online from me, Brian DiMambro.